Recording. Hello everybody, it's July, what is today? July 18th? Oh my gosh. July 18th, 2012. I still can't believe it's not 1998. And this is Dan Boul. I'm coming at you from my office in North Hollywood, California at 65 amps. Having a little bit of a slapdash show today because I had one of my dealers come in from Norway, and I picked him up, and he's living with me for a few days, and we just got unavoidably detained getting here. So, and today I'm really happy to share with you a customer's take on one of our amps, and this is a guy who's logged into the show here. So if you're watching the recording, you can't see the chat. But FS75, his first name is Frank, and he did this all by himself. And let me pull this camera over just a little more so you can have a look at it and see all the wonderful work that's gone into this amp. He aged it. It's covered in leather. It has leather handles. Has a brass front plate. It's been plated. Redid the logo, redid the vents. You can see the cabinet has sort of shoulders on it. It's really, really nice. And let me get this cable out of the way as you guys get dizzy with me pulling that around. So I thought I'd just put it on the show for fun today and see what some of our customers do. This amp looks great in person. I'm not sure if it comes across perfectly on my little web show here, but it's really, really nice looking. And so I'm just going to noodle with that. We're going to chat for a little while. I have some color boost prototypes here that we're going to talk about. And this is probably the one that's going to end up going into production. And dare I play it on the show? I don't know. Should I? Yeah? Look at all the switches and lights and buttons, and it's just crazy talk. Yeah, let's see how it turns out. I mean, since I have the amp mic'd up horribly, I don't know if it's going to be a fair test. Really slapdash micing here. I'm sorry. But just for those of you who missed it, last week we had Ken Scott on, who was an engineer at Abbey Road in the 60s and engineered little records like the Beatles' White Album and the Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour. And then he quit Abbey Road and went over to work at Trident Studios, where he did Jeff Beck's Truth and David Bowie's first 4 records and became co-producer on those. Did all the early Elton John stuff. Went on to work with a lot of great acts all through the 80s. An amazing sort of iconic person in our business, and I was incredibly flattered to have him here on the show. We ended up talking for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. So if you get a chance, watch the recording from last week. It was a very interesting chat, and we learned a lot, and Ken was very forthcoming about some sort of intimate details with Jeff and David Bowie, and even some Beatles chit-chat that, you know, I hadn't heard before. So I've got my Strymon pedal board down here right now, and I've got a little bit of the tape echo on just for fun. And I'm also playing, this is a Monterey, which is our bump front end. And this is one of our biggest selling bump amps. Mainly because when you're on the clean channel, you get that sort of acoustic guitar-like quality, but when you turn the bump on, Get the bump a little juiced up there. Turn the echo off. It's a really nice kind of modern 6L or 6v6 sound, but on the clean side. So this is the amp that you see Jared Scharf playing on Saturday Night Live every week, and there's a bunch of these out on tour as well. Hey, it's Doug Gillum. What's up, buddy? Or Doug Gillum, the anglicized pronunciation. So Justin Magana asks, who did those pedals? This is our good friend Simon Higgs, who consults with us on our pedals. So I go out and cocktail napkin something for him. He slaps himself on the head and goes, God, you're crazy. And then goes and makes it work. So let's give it a shot. I'm interested to hear it right now. Let's see if it works. They were on my desk, so I'm assuming that they work. Let's hope that's correct. Oh, I see a big light. Oh, yes, and a little light. That won't be the final layout, but let's see what she do. See if I can put this where you guys can see it and get my sunglasses out of the way. You can see the evolution from the big box to Color Boost 2 to Color Boost 3. Now Color Boost 4. Let me set this up here where you guys can see it a little bit. Boy, this is bad miking. I apologize. So please be forgiving when you're listening to this. So over here, not coming through on the mic very well. And then we got let's see, I think so. This is just a big clean booster. There's a switch up here. I don't know what it does. I wish Simon were here. Let me turn off my mic for a second. A little bit of noise there, but welcome to the world of prototyping, right? You get the idea. So there's a clean boost, and then there's a... So that's pedal off. Here's the clean boost. Heat that up a little bit. Wow, I've got this mic really bad. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Dan. That's what you get for being slapdash. And then we throw in a little gain on top. Stop it. Let's see, is this gonna work better? Maybe I can put it right here and you can see it better. I might be hitting the mic too hard. Doesn't look like it on the board. Let me just cool it all off. Okay, I'll mute my mic. Yeah, something's wrong here. We're prototyping, so. Okay, enough Sergeant Pepper, huh? I mean, you get the idea. The pedal's not baked, but you get the intent here, right? You understand what we're trying to do. I want to take a guitar that goes from, you know, straight up guitar, sounds great. Add a clean boost, which I have about 2/3 of the way up. And then add some raunch on top of it. And that's all on the clean side of this amp. I mean, if I turn on the bump with this raunch on top of it, I've got serious... Let me mute my mic. Hey, there's Simon. What's up, Simon? Hey, what is this toggle switch doing? We didn't talk about this. I don't know. So I'm just guessing. Tell me, Simon, Mr. Punky Doodles, as he's affectionately known to all of us, who... I'm just not going to make dirty jokes today. I'm sorry. That was too easy. It's our buddy Simon Higgs. Toggle switch in the middle is off. What is off, though? The whole pedal? Alright, so, okay. Secret sauce is off to the left, in the middle. What about to the left? And if I go to the right, that's just the distortion without the clean booster, right? I don't know if it's coming across on the camera, but there's a little blue light here, just so I know that it's working. See that? Uh-oh, I'm hearing noise on my computer. Ustream loves to play videos in the background while you're broadcasting. This is like some MTV rap shit. I mean stuff, excuse me. Yeah, I'm not hearing a whole lot of difference either, but I might not be doing it. Add extra distortion, symmetrical on one side, asymmetrical on the other. Oh, okay, cool. Right. So I'm guessing to the left it's more the even order symmetrical kind of stuff. No, Justin, we got rid of the germanium on this one. It's actually only one little transistor, and it's not doing a whole lot in there. It's mostly other stuff. Other things. I'm going to mute my mic again and just play with it for a minute. excuse me, I was playing around there, having fun. Where it's really fun is if I turn the bump on the amp like this. I don't, excuse me, gosh darn it, I need some water. I don't have the amp really cranked, so it's sort of a medium distortion kind of vibe. And then I just throw the clean boost on top of that. They even kicked the distortion in on the box yet. This is just the clean booster. So here's the clean side of the amp with the clean booster on. I turn the bump on the amp, but I have the clean booster on the pedal. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I got something tickling my throat. I apologize. But you get the idea, and I haven't even turned the distortion on yet. If I turn the distortion on, go over the top. Tune somewhere. Oh my gosh, I need a drink. Turn my mic off for a second. All right, so you get the idea. I'm having fun playing this. I think quite on to it, mate. Aye. There might be something crawling up your leg now. So you guys get the idea, right? I mean, it's kind of dangerous for me to let people in on a prototyping thing because, you know, stuff doesn't sound good right away when you make it. You got to make it sound good. It's not like you just solder it together and it sounds great, right? What I can't probably relay very well over the web show is the it feels so good under finger. Well, that's right, Justin. And even though you get the circuit where you want it, you still got to do the layout and the wire routing and all these sorts of things so that it sounds good. We still have some component choices to ponder. My left hand just feels so free. You get the idea, mateys. That sounds like, what is it? Motley Crue's version of Smoking in the Boys' Room. Big and evil, man. With a pair of 6v6s, right? Smoking ain't allowed in school. No problem, Bill. We can go off topic. There's no topics here other than we're guitar playing nerds having fun. And imagining that we're on stage somewhere having a great time playing rock and roll. Yeah, I'm going to shut her down here shortly. So what do you guys think? You got a little peek behind the curtains here. You know, don't judge it as a final product because it's not. But we will be shipping these very soon once we tweak this out. But I think functionally it's where I want it. Layout wise, maybe a couple things to change. And next time, you know, I'll play it again and I'll mic correctly. Does the color boost have 2 buttons for OD and then more? No, this is, it's a clean boost and a distortion dealio in the same box. So a lot of our amps that have, you know, the bump front end especially like this, if you can just drive them harder, you don't need a distortion pedal. You know, like here, let me show you. I think I'm on the clean side of the amp here. I'm just going to push it with clean signal, and it's going to make the tubes break up. Let me shut my mic off. Yeah. Hey, Doug. Yeah, no, I saw your question. I was going to answer. It's a good question, and it's one of those questions that gets turned into an argument, and there's no argument. It's personal preference. Scientists and engineers will tell you that even order harmonics are more pleasing to the human brain because natural sounds have even order harmonics. And so our brain is more in tune with that. We tend to like tubes amps that distort with even order harmonics, which is why solid state amps sound like, what's that word I'm looking for? What is it? Peach pit? No. What is it? Oh, crud. Shit. That's the word I'm looking for. Shit. And hang on a second. I got a video playing here that will not stop. Ustream is pissing me off. I'm just going to turn that off. So it's really just what you like. There's no right or wrong. Excuse me. Now, I know when you go on the forums, people like to argue stuff, but there's no argument. If you like it, it's good. You may like different things than I do, but I'm not going to tell you I'm right and you're wrong. That would be arrogant. And anyone who does that is an a-hole. You can like whatever you like, man. There's pros and cons to both. I personally am a fan of even order harmonics, but I find there is a use for odd order harmonics in certain situations. In certain situations, odd order harmonics can add a sense of tension and anxiety and urgency that you can't get otherwise, so you can use it. Yeah, it's fine. There's no right or wrong. I see I try to stay neutral because I don't post on any internet forums anymore because people always think I'm just being a sales guy when I do it. But there's a lot of opinions out there, and most of them are right. There is no right or wrong. It's like arguing food. You know, like, I like a certain kind of food. Well, that food sucks. Really? Because I love the taste of it, so... I like weird food. I like hot Thai food. I like sushi and German sausage and, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff. So none of it's right or wrong. There's no good or bad. It's just an opinion. So you get the idea. I hope, Bill, you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, the phase argument is the same thing. I don't know if last week you saw Ken Scott here. Kind of hard to argue with Ken Scott, who's engineered some of the biggest records in the history of pop music. Say exactly what Justin's saying, that it doesn't have to be in phase. It's just whatever sounds good. Sometimes out of phase sounds good. Sometimes partially out of phase sounds good. I mean, people buy pedals to put things out of phase or to put them in phase. You know, it's music. It's an art form. You can do whatever you want. It's quite all right. I don't mind at all. No, Bill, I think you came in late. This amp was redesigned cosmetically by FS75, who's here on the show with us right now. His first name is Frank, and let me give you a close-up of it again if you haven't seen it. It's brilliant. I love it. This is covered in leather. Let me get a little more here. That's covered in leather. You see the leather stitching on it? And I'll get you a couple different angles. Faceplate is made out of brass. He redid the logo, which looks fantastic.